Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here with Texas Plinking, and I'm very curious about this one. As per usual, I haven't shot this yet, so you guys are going to see my first impressions. A new puppy has gone on the scene. This is Springfield Armory's Hellion. They call it the Hellion, but it's based off of the VHS-1. Not the VHS you're probably thinking about. It's a bullpup rifle. I think it's a French rifle that was used by the Croatian army. So it's proven that now Springfield Armory is making it in the form of the Hellion, but that is certainly what it's based off of. So we're going to run through it a little bit. More than anything, I want to shoot it. We're going to try a couple different things as well. Suppressed, unsuppressed, just have a good time with it. But let's start from the back. So this being a bullpup, it's interesting that it still has an adjustable stock. Typically those bullpups are just in the shape of it. That's just what it is. A little bit more of a flare, not so much a flare, but it sticks up at the mag well here. In case you guys are brand new into this stuff, I doubt you guys don't know what a bullpup is, but I'll tell you anyway. Bullpup is where the mag gets fed here. So the chambering happens here well before the trigger. So it packs in a 16-inch barrel, in this case, in a very condensed form factor. And it does that all legally. It's still not a pistol, it is a rifle, because the minimum length in general is over 28 inches. I think it's 28.5 inches. I'm gonna have to double check. With the 16-inch barrel, chambered in 5.56 with a 1-in-7 twist, so it's ready to carry some of that heavy stuff. Comes with a 30-round P mag. It takes any AR mags. It's got a reversible ejection port. It comes out of the box going off to the right, assuming you might be a right-handed shooter. But for you lefties out there, you can swap that over to where the brass shoots off to the left. So everything's ambidextrous. You got your fire selector here. Charging handle is interesting, kind of reminds me of like the HK G36. Folds off to either side, so it's always, like I said, kind of ambidextrous in that sense. But there it is. You can see how the dust cover came open when I did that way back here. I went ahead and added a Magpul vertical grip directly onto M-LOK. Right here you have an adjustable gas setting, N for normal. Just press it down, flip it, S for suppressed. So it's ready to go with a suppressor. Interestingly enough though, I will be suppressing it with an OSS flow-through technology suppressor. So the gun shouldn't know it's suppressed, but maybe it provides enough gas blowback to make benefit of the suppressed mode. So we're just gonna experiment today. You guys are gonna kind of see what I think there. We got a BCM Gunfighter Mod 3, I believe it is, pistol grip. You could tell actually, if you get close up here, just this angle here. The angle of the grip's great, but I think it's really in how they angled how it marries up to the gun itself. Backup iron sights. That look really good with the press here. I will not be using those because we've got a pretty sweet low power variable on here. This is the Nightforce NX8. It's a 1:8 first focal plane optic. Pretty darn sweet, and seems to fit this gun just about perfectly. Those scope caps just made a weird sound. You still have a 5.56 with a 16-inch barrel, so it can stretch as far as you really effectively want it to. And this optic that it gets down to 1 power is cool, and then all the way to 8 with its reticle. It's just about perfect for it, actually. Kind of like an AK in a way. You press back here, drops the mag. To release the bolt, it's actually this little thing right here, as we'll do in just a second. Bullpups are not known to have good triggers. That being said, I was actually pretty happy with how this one turned out. Reminds me of one gun in particular, as I'll say just a bit, but quite a bit of take up, hits a wall, moves a little bit beyond the wall. The brake's really not bad. Honestly, for a bullpup, it is not bad. It's quite a bit better than an AUG, way better than FS2000. And I don't know, it's right up there with the X95 Tavor, the latest of the Tavors. It's pretty darn good, not too bad. But let's see how it is once it's actually loaded. Well, I haven't had zeroed in, so that's nice. Go ahead and back it down to 1 power. Benefit of bullpups, as I've said in the past, is the balance. The barrel's so heavy, and just pushing it back, even with the titanium suppressor, which is pretty light, gripping it from the actual pistol grip, pretty much dead on. All right, let's go in the rocks real quickly, see how the sound is. Ooh, that's not bad. Now it kind of reminds me a little bit more of that X95. It really kills recoil off of this thing. A couple of videos back, I actually made a video with the AUG with the same suppressor, and I couldn't tell it was really suppressed for the most part. It was just cool. This thing, you really tell. I'm gonna peel that back real quick. That's a lot quieter than the AUG. Let's press that in, put it on suppressed, and maybe we'll get a malfunction because this suppressor in particular is not giving enough blowback. We'll see. If it runs sluggish, we'll know why. but it doesn't. Actually seems pretty happy that way. I'm slow. My finger's a little cold. It really likes being suppressed. That's for sure. So I say we just keep it that way. Hit my shoulder. So that's where you could easily reverse that off to the left, but I shoot correctly, so I won't. All right, a little bit of a short look, definitely my first impressions with it. But yeah, the Springfield Armory Hellion, pretty darn cool offering. Just another alternative out there, a 5.56 rifle that takes a AR magazine. It's another bullpup. It definitely felt great. It's balanced well. It ran suppressed and unsuppressed, although I only did one mag, or just a little less actually, unsuppressed. But with the suppressor, OSS in particular, on both settings, it ran it well. This one, as it's equipped, I think you could equip it all kinds of ways. A low power variable from a 1 to 6 or 1 to 8 is very cool. A red dot with a magnifier. It's a really versatile setup, and that's what this gun is all about. So the optic itself, NX8, I really like it. Yeah, just all in all, you guys will see more of it as I make another video. I'm pondering doing a comparison with as many bullpups as I can, as I did recently with the 3, the FS2000 to VOR X95, and the AUG. We'll throw this in the mix, and I'm trying to secure a Desert Tech MDR. That's been a little tough, but I'm trying to throw that in the mix, so we at least have 5. At the time I'm shooting this video, it's not publicly released, so I don't know what the public thinks about it. I think it definitely looks different and spacey and just kind of weird in a very good way. I just like anything different. Ergonomically though, it works really well, I have to say. My only con about it, 2 things. One, the muzzle device was unbelievably hard to get off, more than it needed to be. Nothing a heat gun and a good neighbor with a vise couldn't help me with. And I guess my second con is it doesn't come in OD green. That's my only thing. I love these 5.56 bullpups in OD. But black's nice. I'm sure they'll expand on it later. But the Springfield Armory Hellion, I really like it. Last thing I totally forgot to mention, MSRP is $1,999, so they're $2,000, which in comparison with all the bullpups out there, I guess it's right on par. Well, that does it for this one. You guys will see more of it, hopefully very soon, within about a month and a half or so when we compare the other ones. But that was a quick look at it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. See you guys next time.